the way. I'm warm again because it was chilly last Tuesday, and on here it was good. I wore it on here, but I can tell that it's getting a little slidey.
Anything weighing heavily on your mind? You want to make something up?
I know I'd love you to make something up. In general, I don't want to make this part of it, but my mind is getting, as usual, hazy on what the hell are the difference between the basic combination and the takedown. I get them confused on the takedown. We did the combinations the last time. Remind me of how the first takedown is.
They follow the same pattern.
Okay.
So the basic pattern for us, and again, it's only because that's the way you set it up. It's a definition, it's not anything else. So it's always rising block, vertical, knee, middle outside, turnover, instep, down block, back fist, side kick, middle inside, uppercut, back kick, double block, flail, front kick. So those are always the groups, right?
Oh, even for the takedown?
Even for the takedown. So, like, just back up like 1 square foot. Okay, so if you step out, just like shoot on command, left shoot on command, and you do the first basic combination, rising block, vertical, knee, right? But the knee, instead of coming forward, you do leg sweep. So after the knee, you leg sweep.
Well, technically I should have moved, right? I should have done this.
That, well, yeah, depending upon where they are, that. So that's the first.
So it follows the exact same
Exactly.
as the combination. Okay. I don't know why I thought these ones were different.
They're only different in you're adding the takedown,
Yes.
but the pattern is the same.
I'll have to remember that. That's how I'll remember this.
So again, you might as well just do all five. So if you do the second one, which is middle outside block, turnover, instep, this is the roll. So you
This one?
instep and you roll.
Okay.
That's the second. Am I coming in or is it win?
That looks like it started.
Okay.
No, I don't know.
Not a body coming around the corner is what I'm asking.
No.
Okay.
No. Well, let me ask. This starts when the body comes in?
No.
Oh, because it started.
I heard something tapping. Well, that's from the wind. That's all that is. But I heard something tapping. Oh, it's that rod up there tapping. Then we do down block, back fist, side kick, but that's the knee press to the choke.
I need a lot.
Yeah.
Well, listen, so, and then I would come over, grab the disc hand, right?
Yeah, that one.
Push it. Yes.
And then middle inside block, uppercut. The back kick is just a leg sweep through. So you're basically going to lift the knee up, do the back kick between their legs.
But there's a kick with this one too, though, right?
Back kick.
Oh, it is the back kick?
Right. The back kick is the takedown for number 4.
I never realized that. Okay, so I would be.
Middle inside, uppercut, boom. Yes.
Good. So this one doesn't have a formal, your kick is actually connecting with the individual in this one.
Put a pin in that for just 1
Yes.
second. Let's just do the last one because that question, I think, to me at least, is a little more complicated than the trite answer that I was about to
Yes.
give. So you do double block, flail, front kick, put it between their feet, and hip throw. Front kick. Kyle Tosh.
So
That one. Yeah, that one.
Yes. Alright, so
Boom. Then step behind, grab, step behind, roll. That one. Okay, now as far as the kick for number 4 being different, I understand your point. I disagree with it in the fact that I look at it a little bit differently. You're not wrong, because again, visually it is different. But like if you do the knee, let's take them one at a time. So we do the first one, I do the knee, I have to put this foot down. So to me, the knee, and well, I come at this one a little bit differently. When he originally taught me this number 1, he did the takedown a little differently, so this is why I think I look at number 4 a little differently. Instead of doing the leg sweep for number 1, let's go at it as knee and then step into a sanshi. So it breaks their posture, yeah, it does that to them, and it puts them right there. So the knee to the takedown is just part of this putting the leg down kind of thing. Here, number two, same thing. I do instep kick. I have to put the leg down. So I'm putting it down. So that movement is, to me, is part of the kick. Side kick is basically like number four because we don't side kick in the knee press. We do the side kick as a knee press, and then we slide in. There's not really a retraction other than the sake of safety for number three.
So really would be
It's not even that. It's more pressing it down, and then for the safety sake, let's get off of it for the tear on face on it. And then number four is just a very direct thing.
Wait, no,
The back kick.
The back kick. But that's what I'm doing. Okay, I see what you're saying now. So the back kick is connecting because it's the back kick part that's connecting with them. Okay. I was looking at your passing. I was looking at what I felt was the fundamental of you're blocking, you're punching, and then the kick occurs right there, and then you take down. With this one, it's kind of you're blocking, you're punching, and the kick and the takedown are actually the same thing. Like you're kicking, and that kick is the takedown to finish it.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
Because even with the side one, that takes them down, but then you're still finishing with something else. This one, that is the finishing piece. The number four.
I completely get your point. I don't disagree, but I'm a little bit different in how I look at it. Kind of thing. To me, the finish is the last punch. So even like on number one and number two, you're still throwing that one in. So the side kick to the choke is there instead of the punch, in my opinion. The back kick, you're still going to nail them once they're down, at least I am, kind of thing. So that's where I differ in your description slightly. And then, same thing with the front kick. You drive the front kick, you retract it, you got to step somewhere. So your step is part of the, so part of the kick to me is in the takedown. But yeah, I guess to answer your original question, yes. The takedown and the 5 basic combinations are the exact same pattern. You just throw in a body and a takedown.
Yes. I don't know why I thought there was something we do where the pattern is different. Maybe because you guys do drills with us, and maybe one day a drill stuck in my head feeling like, oh, it's different. I don't know.
Either that or, kind of like you were talking earlier, a lot of people see the they see the takedown, oh, this is different because of the takedown. So, because I've done it with other things before too. You add something and okay, my brain processes it as different until after a while you go, oh, wait a minute, no, it's this plus one. Kind of thing.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Back up maybe just a little bit more. Let's get warmed up a little bit. Go no uke.
Okay.
Hajime.
Alright. Alright.
Yame. Oichiro. Hajime.
Alright. Alright.
Yame. Empiropo. Hajime.
Alright. Alright.
Yame. Oichiro. Hajime. We're starting to shave off the lower body too quickly, and it's making your footwork imprecise. So like when you're stepping forward, when you should be in a 45 Shiko, you're ending up in almost an inline Shiko. And to make up for it, you're turning both feet. So think more about the precision of what you're doing and less about getting done, for lack of a better way of saying it. So when you're driving forward, speed is not particularly relevant. Right there. Hearing the back,
What's that, sir?
hearing the feedback on that thing.
Oh,
Speed will come, and speed is relative. So to go fast and look fast is never a good idea.
so I was going what you consider too fast.
I consider you were going too fast in your lower body. Once you got there, then the upper body was driving the way it should drive. But you were moving so quickly with the upper body that it was being imprecise and it was getting muddy. Ten no kata.
No kata.
Hajime.
Right? Right? Right?
Yeah, man. Good. That's what I'm talking about. It was a good combination of speed and everything else. So your lower body hit where it needed to hit to drive the upper body. Chino kata.
No kata.
Hajime.
Right? Right?
Yeah, man. Let's do that one more time. On the opening series, make sure you're in the Shiko. You're having a tendency to lean away from this a little bit on this side. So make sure you're Shiko.
Okay.
Stop. See how you're leaning slightly?
I can't feel it.
You're like this far, like right
So-
where you are there. Yes.
Okay, I know what it is.
Okay.
As I'm doing this, I'm feeling like I need to
Right.
extend
Then
it.
now.
Probably what I'm doing is I'm now moving because of it.
Now, the back tightening is good. Just keep you straight up the body.
I'm trying to figure out how to. I just have to think about it.
Practice, practice, practice. Need a break? You're playing with your
yes.
mask off a
How
lot.
far I am? Can I take this off?
Get off. Yeah, get off.
Get off?
Get off the floor. Get off the floor.
And do what? Take a break in you?
If you want to take a break, take a break.
Say that again, sir?
Take a break.
Good. Now when I come back on, keep the mask
Keep the
on.
mask on.
My cheek. You didn't say I couldn't sit.
I didn't say you couldn't sit. Go ahead.
Is Shion Eric been able to come train and stuff, or he's doing it on his own?
Probably on his own. He came 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago on a Monday. I think it was Ken and Jacob were the only ones here. Yeah, it was like 3 weeks ago.
Ken. That's his name. Shion was saying Jerry, Jimmy. That's why I got confused. Ken is the dad
Of Brandon.
of Brandon. Remember getting here?
Right.
Shion
I thought it was a new guy.
What's
That's why-
that?
I thought he was talking about somebody I hadn't met yet.
No, he said Jimmy. So I'm like, no, I don't think that's his name. So he's like, it's Kenny. He needs to think
Kenny.
of Jimmy by accident. Okay. I was like, damn, I'm going crazy. There you go, Kenny.
back injury must have tapped something loose in there.
As you guys told me, when it rolls, whatever y'all
Oh
say,
yeah,
yes sir.
yeah. Well, that's why I didn't say anything because I haven't been to Tuesday class in forever. So I thought, okay, well, it's just a new guy. Okay,
It's
let's,
not Chino Kata. I don't know if you wanted to see
yeah,
it.
let's see that again because there was something else and now it's escaping. All right, Hajime. No, you left out the down, but you can't leave it out. Yeah, it looks fine if you skipped it.
Again.
Hajime. Yeah, that's better. Good.
Right. Right.
Yeah, man. Yeah, same thing like at the top of the eye. The kick, elbow, the down block. Don't let yourself lean away from that down block. Where are we at? Kinan Shodan.
Any thoughts on why? It's just it is, no question. Why do you think I keep leaning?
Because your hikite is overtaking your arm. You're doing that. And same thing, here, it's like, it's a natural tendency for everybody. If something goes out, something counterbalances. So think more about settling your weight than leaning your weight. Kinan Shodan.
You're not sure about.
Hajime. Rope-o-hole.
You sure about this one, sir?
Yep.
This recall.
Hajime. Good. Yeah, man. You need to take 5. Get off the floor, take 5. I got no problem. It's just us. And I get it.
Trying to remember what my piece was you were getting me. Oh, the stances. Going straight back. Did I do it this time or you don't know?
Oh, it looked straight. I didn't see anything that caught my attention, so yes, it must have.
Rope-a-hole do it to you.
Rope-a-hole will do it to you.
Is there any other one you look at and say, no, that was worse in terms of tiring?
No, I'd say as far as like strenuous rope-a-hole, because it's all legs, or 90% of it's legs. Like Kosokundai and Super Empai, they're long kata. But once you get used to them, they're not particularly strenuous. Rope-a-hole is just a cardio fight workout. You know what I mean?
Can I do that?
Hajime. Good. Amen. Ananku.
Cool.
Hajume.
Alright. Alright. Alright.
Amen. Good. Pinan Sannan.
Can I take a picture?
If it's just us, just take a break. If it's just us, just take a break. You don't need that. Again, I get it.
The mask, man.
The mask is a killer. We're now, Florida summer's coming on. The oak has been going crazy for a month.
What's that?
The oak has been
yeah.
going crazy for a month. I get it.
Good.
So when did you get your shot, you said?
Last Wednesday.
Last Wednesday?
So I'm still young with it.
Okay.
It's 14 days and then it's.
Right.
What about you?
I've been what is it now? We're March. 3 weeks, 4 weeks? I've lost track.
Of your second one.
Of the second one, yeah.
Nice. And
Yeah, I'm
I
past
think
the 2 weeks
is
after.
when it's past now, right?
Sorry?
3 weeks is when, hey, I'm good
2.
now. 2.
Yeah, so I know I'm past that. I'm just trying to think of whether it was 3 weeks or 4 weeks. Actually, I think it might be 4 weeks right now.
See, and that's the other thing with the vaccine. Why I said it's a conundrum because two, you got your shot and you go to a place, you want to feel comfortable that if you have a grandma that just because you're okay and I come now and you're carrying me, you might hurt your so it's a tough thing to maneuver.
Yeah.
Because you still could, even though you have a shot, technically you still could carry someone. They're looking into it. It's getting slimmer, like the
Yeah.
and even the variants. But the point is, we're still young in this, right?
Right.
So
Yep.
it's a tough one.
That it is. Where were we at? We did Pinan Sandan. Pinan Sandan. Pinan Sandan. How'd you met?
Yes, I know.
Keep going.
What? What?
Good. You know that.
What did I do wrong?
No,
I
you're good.
thought there was something you said.
No, everything's looking pretty good.
You see, I didn't think about it at first. If you told me,
Yeah,
that's not a mistake.
that's not a mistake.
Could be part of my content.
Yep, exactly.
Yes.
We're at Matsukaze.
Lots of cats.
Exactly. Hajime. Step on. You're right. Let your body go. Punch. Big front leg turn. Down block. Reverse punch. Nope. And that way. Down block. Reverse punch. Kick punch. Good. Get back.
Oh, man.
Try that one again.
Please.
Hajime.
Is it a high punch or a high punch?
Yes.
Alright.
Good. Yeah, man.
That one felt so strong until I got 99. Woo. I do have a question.
Sure.
I think I was off.
Okay.
What you go, they're 108 basically here, right?
Yes.
And then I should be stepping that way to do the,
No.
or no, do I step?
You're stepping that 45. That way.
And then I'm moving this one down?
Yes.
So that's what I was doing. I was kind of going 180.
Okay.
That's it?
Ah, Pinan Yondan.
What are?
Yondan.
Okinayana.
Yondan. Hajime.
Alright. Alright.
Good. Yeah, man. Now, this is an FYI. My pronunciation has been corrected by people who know. There is no apparently ah sound in Japanese, so it's not yandan, it's yondan,
Yondan.
longo, yondan.
Yes. No, I just thought I heard more down, but maybe because of the yo.
Well, no, it's mass fans, you know, whatever.
So, Yondan.
Yondan.
Yondan. Well, oh, because it's an O. If it was an A, it would be Yondan.
Well, like in English, there are several different ways of pronouncing each letter, short vowel, long vowel. Apparently, there is not a short ah for O in Japanese. So it's O, yon, da. All right, where are we at? Juten.
Okay.
Hajime. Yeah, man. Start over. Don't cheat the motion. You got to here, and we're already halfway to the next motion.
Yes.
Complete them.
Yes.
Hajime.
Alright. Alright.
Good. Yeah, man. Very important on this opening series.
Yes.
Triangle. Not laying on top of one another. Yeah. It doesn't have to get knocked down, but there needs to be this separation, forearm to forearm.
Yes.
It's not one above the other, but they are separated out here. You're not striking down on top of your own arm. You're striking down on top of them.
Yes.
That.
And then
Then
you will
slide
move
out.
this hand. This hand goes here, right? This.
For me, basically I'm doing a middle outside block, so the middle outside block is always blocking me and is on the outside.
your movement though, it's that.
Yes. But I make it, again, this is not a right or wrong, this is just a personal idiosyncrasy thing.
Yes.
I slide, I make this hand a little more dramatic, and I slide it to the outside so that I'm crossing.
So you come out.
Yeah.
Can you help me? Bunkai wise, what is that representing?
The slide?
Example. So, could be, let me think if I can answer.
Sure.
So, someone could be holding me, right?
That's good.
Could be holding this arm.
Good.
I'm
Sure.
Or I could have, they could have had their hand on hitting me, moving them out of the way. But what is your interpretation of it, sir?
Well, it really depends on where you want to start. If we're here in the beginning, we'll just kind of do the basic one potato, two potatoes. Punch comes in, I block, second punch. I'm slapping this down out of the leg, that's popping.
This.
Grab, bring it down,
Wow. Oh, he's done. This.
and throw.
Or he's just breaking his neck or something, right?
You know, stand here, choke him, do whatever, or as I step out to finish this, he finishes things.
So what I understand from what you said, technically the way you just helped me see it, you're starting with the context of what did you do before that movement to get where you were, and I was just thinking about that movement, that one singular movement. What?
Matrix.
Oh, that's
Okay,
good.
well, no, you know, it's on both ends.
Okay.
'Cause it really depends on what the question is.
Yes.
If the question is, what is the bunkai to that motion?
Yes, that was the.
That's a different,
That's
to
my
me, that's a
question.
different question
Yes.
versus what is the bunkai to that motion?
Right. What is the bunkai to that singular event?
That singular
this
event.
actual, this piece of the motion.
How I would answer that question would be, I'm just blocking. It's just a middle outside. Is that particularly useful? No. Because it doesn't give me a, you know, okay,
I
it's
mean,
a
for
block.
me it is, because what you're saying, hey, you don't have to overcomplicate it, it's a lot.
Well, no, right. Okay, yes. We're saying the same thing. I'm kind of veering off track a little bit. So yes, to answer the question, okay, it's just a block. Or just a block. But is just a block
That's a lot.
particularly useful? No. There's something else has got to happen. If I, you know, okay, throw one block, I still need to try to take that. So I either need a starting point or an ending point. So for one guy, that's why I would start at the beginning. Or if I'm going to start here, I'm going to block. I'm going to block strike. So I'm going to add something to it to make it more useful than just a block. Boom. Yeah.
So I'd be blocking the
Right.
punch, and then your belly would be open, and
Yeah.
it's,
At this point, the block happens here.
it's
This is the wind up
do that. And you're kind of, if they're falling, you're stretching them out a little so that you can get
Possibly, yes. Absolutely.
this.
Hold it. What we got? T-Dog, going on now. Sorry?
That was Yon, no.
No, that was G-Tech.
That's G-Tech.
We did Yondon G-Tech. So Pinon Godon.
Now I'm going to this.
How'd you make? Good, give me that.
Obviously the beginning, so.
So block, punch, slide in. Block, punch, slide in. Supported block. Now keep going because we gotta fix something else. Okay. Step in, down, up.
Both of them are this, right?
I do fist and open. Then strike, pull back, step in, punch. Or, no, we're not there. The punch.
Wow.
Punch. Now, when you make this motion, you want to end up in an inline Shiko. You ended up in a 45 and took like 2 steps. Way off
So I
line.
need to be here first.
No, you need to turn. But when you turn, you want to step straight back so you end up in an inline Shiko on this same line. Not a 45 Shiko.
Like that?
Shiko, not sun Shiko. Now you're overcomplicating life. Where am I? Okay, I punch, I'm going to turn, catch, inline Shiko on the same line. That, yeah.
Oh, now we're doing
You were doing that.
which I always miss. Now I'm forgetting the top one.
Okay, then there, pivot to me, front stance, hammer fist. Yeah, hammer fist, hammer fist, hammer fist. Open, step in, elbow, back fist, stretch him. Turn, jump, or skip, whichever one you do. Down, supported, stretch him. Together, boom, boom. Good, that's the one.
So I'm thinking about the questions. We'll do that one more time.
Absolutely. Can I go to
Now go down.
Hajime? Come in. Good. Now punch your shoulder.
Punch your shoulder.
Hajime. Good. Come in. Good. Well, you started, don't hesitate because you're better well.
Now let me ask. In that one, I know it's it depends, but once you do this, should you automatically just go here until they say yame and then you do this? Or do you stop here and they say yame and then
If we're in a group class and we're doing this together, we're going to stop here and then,
But if you're doing it,
You're just doing it like this, just you and me right here.
what is that because this is more informal? Or no, it's just a different way of,
It's a different timing. That's all.
because it feels more comfortable with this one to go here than if you say, yeah, hey, this is the.
And you're not wrong at all. Some things that we do.
To take us off.
Unfortunately, no matter what you do, there are going to be training artifacts for safety, for habit, for space constraints, for a whole lot of reasons. So, like where we stop in a kata is potentially one of those. Because I agree, to stop here doesn't feel right. So fold, I open, and I prefer that timing.
Does not feel like this, that part actually is doing something. Like if I'm throwing someone down and then.
And you're not wrong. Absolutely, you are not wrong. Because good, bad, or indifferent, how these arts got to us here in the States was from the World War II, Korean, Vietnam vets who trained in Japan before they went to war. So, because most of the people that studied and brought it back were soldiers, that's why, line up this way. Plus, the Japanese were really militant anyway, so it just kind of compounded that. So, just like you and I here training, this is where you express yourself. I'm not going to get in a twist over when and where you stop. I might ask a question if I see something that's unusual or I've never seen before. But I'm not going to get in a twist, oh, you've been waiting for me to say yame, or you didn't wait.
Provided the perception I'm having makes at least some.
Absolutely.
Has perspective. Or
Absolutely, absolutely. And again, if I see something that I think is wrong, then I might say something. But no, that's perfectly valid timing, perfectly valuable attitude, absolutely everything. And again, it only becomes relevant if we're in a group class and we're trying not to run over each other. Because when I first started training with Hanshi, the dojo floor was about this long, but maybe half or 2/3 as deep this way.
it was long, but not
It
wide.
was a long rectangle. And we would have, at some point, 20, 25 people up back in the day. That's a lot of people.
Oh,
You
yeah,
run into
yeah.
a lot of people. I lost count of the times when we'd be in line, just doing like static punching drill, and he'd like a turn drill, somebody popped me in the elbow, or I popped somebody in the elbow because they really turned it right on top of them.
That's where they're doing it in a phone booth, like you're in a phone booth concept.
Exactly. So, these artifacts happen. It's up to us to recognize them and then work out of them. So, like, if we're in a group class and we're going to stop here, well, that's fine for a group class. When you're working it on your own, you're going to do you. All right, where are we at? Jim. Jim? Good chance. There you go. Pivot, rising block, step on, turn, rising block, step on. Keep going. Palm heel, palm heel, palm heel.
Is this one?
Now, I'm doing heel now. Palm heel. Turn, gap. Kick. Punch, punch, double block. Gap. You're right. You're right. Two hands. Sorry. My bad. Kick. Punch, punch, double block. I get it, because that's double block. There you go. Now. Rear leg turn behind, hammer fist. Yeah, turn, hammer fist. Turn to two hands. You're right. Middle outside, rising, rising, or rising line punch, rising line punch. Come in.
Oh my goodness, I'm totally lost.
Not totally. It was in there once you got rolling a little bit. Let's try that one more
At
time.
least some was instinctual, but some of the stuff I just did, and you're like, okay, that was it.
That's what it was. All right, yeah, let's do it one more time, then we'll call it a night.
Listen,
How'd you win?
we got that
Yep,
too.
got that last time. Rising block, rising block.
No. It's that. It's
Yeah, right the first time. There you go. Oh. That reminds me of a funny story, though.
this.
And it kind of leads to a basic principle. One of the early times where he chucked me under the bus to teach, I was trying to figure out what to do. So I was like making up drills. And as I was, I don't remember what drill I was doing, but it was like block and block kind of thing. Now I'm green belt, for whatever I was.
Oh, he was making you teach it that way?
Oh yeah, no, the first time he had me, I told you that story, right?
No?
Oh, okay, well let me back up then. I'll tell you the funniest part of the story. Back in the day, 4 nights a week, he had 3 karate classes. The first one was white belts only. The second one was Q grade. The third one was black belts only. Now you can come to any lower class, but you cannot come to an upper class. So black belt can show up for all 3, but a white belt can only show up for the 1. So one night I show up, I'm a green belt. I'm like a brandy new kind of green belt, not having been green belt very long. We line up, it's me and 2 rows of black belts.
No, like,
I was the only, it was my class. It was a Q grade class. No other Q grade showed up that night. It was me and 2 rows of black belts.
you were nervous as hell at that point.
No, at that point I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a good class. All right, no problem. You'll fat, dumb, and happy. We bow in. Hachi turns around. He's looking. Hankins, get up here. I go trucking up there. Yes, sir. He looks over at me. Goes, teach class, and he gets in line. At that point, you can hear it slam shut. So I'm like,
Did he smile when he did it?
he didn't smile, but he knew.
Yeah.
He was inside. He was having fun with it.
Did they all laugh at the end?
No, but they all knew, they were all in on the joke. They knew what was supposed to happen. So I start, just like, okay, line, rising block, just line drill, just something. That's all I can figure out. I'm so nervous. Like 5 minutes into it, they're like screwing up. But I'm like, are they really screwing up, or do I not know what I'm doing? And then it's like, do I say something because they're my seniors, or do I not do it? And that was the point of the class. Did I have guts enough to correct them? They were doing it on purpose. 2 rows of black belts screwing with me for an hour.
So you never said anything?
Oh, it took me like 3/4 of the class to realize they were screwing with me. Because, like the first time I'm kind of tentatively, serve, blah, 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 blah,
Say
blah.
down block and they can go in the middle of inside.
Well, no, it's like doing a down block, but doing this is a down block. This kind of, just not grossly wrong, but wrong enough where something would have been said, kind of thing. But it's like, okay, am I confident enough to walk up to him and go, hey, here kind of thing? That was the point to the night.
Honestly, I don't know, because my thing is if you're doing it wrong, you're doing something and it's not, I look at it as like, hey, I'll mention it after class, hey, is it this way or is it like this, sir? But I don't know if I'd say, hey, you really should do it like this.
Right, and again, I was
spinning in my brain, which path do I go down?
I mean, what do you think? I mean, it's like, if you had to do it again, would you correct them or you would do what you did?
Well, I did correct it. Because eventually I kind of tentatively stuck my toe into it.
What'd you do?
It's like, kind of, roll up to him, kind of whisper, hey, shouldn't it be, kind of like you're saying, but
So more of an asking what you
more
know.
of a, tentatively in the beginning, more of an ask kind of thing. And literally it was like 3/4 of the class goes by when I finally realized they're doing this on purpose. The point isn't me teaching. The point is, do I have guts enough to stand up here and correct them? And they're screwing with me. And they love it every minute of it. So that's that whole circle of violence thing. They did it to me, we do it to you, that kind of.
Wow, I don't know what I'd do if you told me to teach it. Because even now, when you do it, I'm like,
Well, and again, you would choose your path. And then at the end of class, it would be, the debrief. Hey, this was really what I would prefer you do. You're not wrong. You chose a path. It's not wrong.
so how long did it take for you to get this is like second nature?
Well, one of the luxuries that I had was that not only was I teaching here, but I was also teaching scuba, and I was also a trainer at work.
You used to teach.
So it was like, as I got better at one, it made me better at the other, kind of thing. So,
And I teach it, I do a lot of speaking and teaching it, so I guess that helps, but it's more just it's the confidence of, hey, I really know this thing, because I still feel like I told you, I still feel like I have so much to learn.
and we all have a ton to learn. It's just at a certain point, it kind of shifts. You're the student and you're learning from the instructor and you're learning from the other students. Once you become the instructor, you're learning from your instructors, you're learning from yourself, but you're also learning by teaching.
Like when I tell them down block and I see they're not doing that, I'm like, wait, I probably didn't tell them twist. I need to say, because the first time you guys, I was like, oh my gosh, no wonder you have to sit there and think sometimes. We're thinking turn like this, but what is like this?
What is like that?
How do you explain it like this?
Yeah. And that's, for me, that was the hardest part of teaching anything. Is stepping back and not doing, do this. Well, what is do this?
Yeah.
Now, just about anybody can mimic a gross motion. But once you have taught enough where you can start seeing, okay, it's not elbow, wrist. It's a fluid motion, okay? How do you teach somebody fluid motion? You can teach one potato, two potatoes, but how do you get them past that into a fluid motion? And that's where your own creativity starts coming in. The differences between Sean James, Sean Eric, and myself is, how do we get that across?
Definitely, that's the piece. I guess you're always learning. That's what gives me hesitation when I'm trying to be the one running something or we tell me teach stuff. So I'm like, I know how to say this thing properly, so that I get it.
And one of the things that kind of subconsciously helped me, I got past the nervousness of the next class admitting, hey, I screwed up. Because for a long time, the whole fear of failure thing. Once I got confident enough to go, I've taught entire classes, and I mean dorked the entire class. Driving home with that kind of negative feeling, like, man, I think there was something, there's something that I just didn't quite. And then like halfway home, I go, holy crap, the whole thing was going. I turned it the wrong way, started in the wrong place, it was just done. So I come back to the next class and like, everything I taught you last class, forget it, it was wrong. here's what we're gonna do. Move on. We good?
Now,
Good. We're just
let's take this
cool.
off.
Come on.